Okay, trying to figure out why my spare tire won't crank down. Alright, one thing, by the way, this little extension thing you use to operate the winch is the same size as the lug nut, so if you use a ratchet to fix your lug nut, you can use that. Okay, so we put the ratchet in there and we start loosening, and the spare tire doesn't come down. It's a little loose, but it's not dropping. So what I found out, turn my other light on here, okay. So if I put this light in there, if I look up in here, okay, you can see on the right hand side, my spare tire carrier broke, and I put that, you can see there's a, what do you call that, a cable clamp. Let me see if I can do two things at once here. A cable clamp is the new termination. So if I operate, see the cable's coming loose. I don't want everything at once, so. Because if I loosen the winch, see my cable's coming out. So what's going on is that the spare tire, when it pulls up, let's see if I tighten this up. Okay, so now it's pulling in. What happens is the little yoke that pulls it up, it pulls onto see that rubber bushing? I don't know, I'll have to point it out somehow. That rubber bushing, it pulls up onto something. You can just kind of see like there's a kind of a slot in the rubber, well, V in the rubber, because that's supposed to be for the cable, is it? To bring the cable up. I think it's kind of like, mainly the idea is that it keeps the load of the tire off the cable when you're in transit. So I think if I push my spare tire back, it should get over that rubber and drop down. So we'll see what happens. Okay, a little bit of success. So what I did is I put the jack on the spring doohickey and jacked up a little bit, which was lifted the bracket off that rubber thing and gave it a little tug back. And now it's free and it's on the cable. So I use the floor jack to do that. I'm out here in the, so now she'll lower down. Whoa! Alright, well. So what's going on? So this is supposed to rotate, but it's all rusted in place. And so when it pulls up, the yoke gets pulled back and ends up landing on top of this rubber. Oh, let's get some light on that. So that rubber has a little, actually it's kind of a, should give you more information. Well, I think I'll take it apart to see. But anyway, eventually, what happens is that thing lands in here, and then it's kind of caught, so it's not really on the cable in transit. So that's why you have to push it up and pull it back to get the yoke to free up. I'll take it out of the tires and make a demonstration. All right, this is the yoke that pulls the spare tire goes. This, oh come on. This part up here is supposed to rotate. It used to rotate. It's like when it's in the lowered position, it should be rotated so the cable comes out vertically. And then when it hoists it up and gets up here, it would rotate horizontally because the cable's pulling in horizontally. Well, mine's long. It's been rusted forever. And fortunately, you know, when it spends most of its life up here, so it's not really stressed. But what's going on is why the spare tire won't lower. What the hell is this for? Let me take a pause here and I'm going to pull the yoke up. Okay, so now the yoke's near the top. Okay, and the cable is being pulled more horizontally. So notice this little kind of notch in here. So when the tire comes home, this slides over into that notch. So now the cable, it's a pretty good idea actually. So the cable's not really holding the tire up when it's in the stored position. It's really resting on that, in that notch. But so that becomes the problem, is when you lower the winch, you know, the cable is going to come loose, but the tire's still hanging on in the notch. So that's why you have to, what I did is I pushed up on this down here, and then gave a little pull back, and then that's what actually releases this tire so it can be lowered. I wonder how many people have bought new winches because of this disaster. But anyways, that's what the issue is. So fortunately mine is not rusted up or broken or anything, and it works. Okay, so the yoke's installed, and so we're going to make sure that when it comes up, this guy lines up properly up here across, so that it gets on that ledge or that hook or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so here we go. So here, I just want to get this aiming the right way. Well, let's bring it up. Okay, wrong way. Okay, we have liftoff. So I'm gonna make sure I have the tire. See now, right now, if this rotated the way it should be, there wouldn't be this bad right angle in the cable, but it's just for lifting, so you know, it's not the best, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stop recording here because I gotta use two hands. So I'm gonna keep the tire orientated the right way to the ledge, to the hook, with one hand, and then winch with the other. So now we're almost to the home point. You can see now how it's gonna. Okay, so it winched all the way up. I actually can feel it go under the ledge, and then the winch has like clutch in it, and one click. So now the spare tire's up where it belongs. I think if we look in here, we can see yeah, you can see that the rod that on mine doesn't spin is back into that groove. Get it from the side, maybe. Yeah, all right, there you have it.